Greetings, salutations, respect, and love. I'm Scott, and you're in the Prog Corner. Welcome to all 5,300 of my subscribers, and those of you who haven't bothered hitting the subscribe button yet, welcome. Today, we're talking about one of my favorite bands of all time. Yeah, it's a Norwegian freak-out psychedelic prog band called Tusmørke. The name means twilight in Norwegian. These guys started out in 1994 as Les Fleurs des Mal, and they changed their name back in like 2009 to Tusmørke. They are basically the Monrak brothers. They're twin brothers. You got Benedictor Monrak, who sings and plays bass. And you got Krisla Monrak, who plays flute and sings. And they are joined by various people throughout the years. They've had Lars Fredrik Frosley on some records. They've got the drummer from Wobbler also, Martin Nordrum Neppen. They've got a new keyboard player on the last couple albums, Huj Bonden Gode Goldstein. Whatever, man. I can't pronounce these Norwegian names, but I love this band. Their first album came out in 2012 under Jordisk Tusmørke. I love this album. The CD's actually got a the Fleurs des Mal song on it, the only song they actually recorded. But this debut was fantastic. I love it. They followed it up in 2014 with Rizik Bak Spielik. Where is it? There it is. Oh, yeah. Rizik Bak Spielik. Gatefold. Not really a whole lot to look at there. Their third album might be my favorite, Fort Bak Lysik. Got like a frog on there. Oh, yeah, it's got booklets galore. Yeah, cool booklet in this one. Got lots of cool artwork. Gives you an idea what these guys are all about. Little poster. Shows you Tusmørke in the woods, which is really where they belong because they are kind of like a forest prog kind of thing. Okay, and then they followed that up with 2017, Hidden Cities. Again, a lot of different stuff on the inside here. There's going to fall out booklets and whatnot. Cool, scary artwork. Skulls and skeletons, you know. Real good booklet in this one also. Lots of lyrics and pictures and stuff like that. Then they followed that up in 2018 with Fjernsen I Farver. I love this album. I love the artwork. So cool. That's a wild image there. I don't really understand what she's doing there. There are the boys in the band looking all crazy. And then in 2020, one of my favorite, I think this is my favorite Tusmørke album. I just said it was Fort Bak Lysik, but maybe it's this one, Nordisk Krim. Look at that artwork, man. That is such a great album cover. Cool gatefold. Little action shots of the band. And also in 2018, they put out like an odds and sods, B-sides, you know, demos, cutting room floor type of thing. And this one was called, what was this one called? Vardoger Og Utbunder Volume 1. And then the boys in the band, they actually have 3 children's albums. In 2017, they put up Bydira. In 2019, Lekker for Barn, Richuler for Volksny. And then in 2022, In Tetsnet. The album covers are great, but I don't have them on vinyl, you know. So they've got 11 albums out. This is their 11th release, but for all intents and purposes, this is actually their 7th real album. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7th real album. It gets confusing, man. So this new album here is, you know, it's definitely a lot more compact than their last one, Nordisk Krim, which just was a sprawling double album of all kinds of different flavors and stuff like this. This is 7 songs, 42 minutes long, and none of the songs go over 8 minutes long, so it's a real easy listen, and I like how this thing's sequenced. It's a lot of fun. It's very smart. They start with the cycle of the Gylfaginning, which is a 4-minute song. It's just fantastic. It's kind of up-tempo. You don't know what key you're in. Are you in E major or E minor? You think you're in the major key, and then they throw that flat third in there, so I guess it's E minor. It's really cool. You got the flute, violin, scraping along, scarily, Hammond organ. Yeah, this is in English, so they're really smart. They're starting the album with the English language song, and they're ending the album with an English language song, and the ones in the middle are in Norwegian. That's actually pretty smart. And the whole idea of this song is live, die, sing, rise. It's the cycle of the Gylfaginning. Somewhere in the song, you have some la, 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 almost like children's voices, definitely making you think of those children's albums that they've been doing. The next track is the title track, Hestehoven, 6 minutes and 26 seconds. It's got a real basic chord progression, E, A, G, A. It sounds like a clarinet or maybe an oboe. I can never tell if it's a single reed or a double reed instrument, especially with the way they treat all their instruments, man. You can't even tell. Is that a keyboard or a guitar? Is that a guitar or a violin? The production here is just so weird and dense. You kind of need headphones to pick everything up that's going on here. There's a really cool instrumental section here. It first references Bach and Harnick's Great Fiddler on the Roof. And then it goes into some Rodgers and Hammerstein with the little Sound of Music. There's a little Dance of the Soldiers going on there. It's a really cool song. Definitely a keeper. The third track is almost 8 minutes. It's called Den Behornenid Guden, and it's a bright major key kind of song with the Hammond organ. You're in A major here, and the song just kind of glides and floats along real happily. In the middle, there's a real dirty organ riff that sounds great. And then as the song ends, he starts singing about holy, holy, hallelujah, and the organ builds up, and now all of a sudden I'm transported to some church in the rural southern America, and it's gospel night. It's just so great. It's a really cool track. I love it. Next up, the fourth track here is a song called Adder Mandarin, and it's short, 3.5 minutes long, thankfully, because it's the worst song here. Real simple song in D, and again, it does kind of make me think of some of those kids albums because the vocals here are just a little annoying, I gotta say, but they right the ship with the next song, Yig Klumser Deg, 5 minutes, 47 seconds, and it starts real cool with A minor, E minor, C major, G major, great chord progression, but it's like all old-timey and stuff. I kind of expect to see somebody with a washboard and an old milk jug, you know, they're just, you know, picking and grinning and stuff. You actually get a little bit of guitar here, lots of violin, scratchy violin playing like a counter melody. That's awesome. There's a real extended psych section, a freak out section with real affected vocals. That's cool. Then the main section returns and the song's over. It's great. It's a good track. The penultimate track is called Kyprianos. It's a 5 minute and 13 second song, and it's got a real traditional chord progression that you've heard a million times where the notes on it go G, B flat, A flat. So it's got that, you know, chromatic descending thing. You've heard that progression before, but they do it really well with a funky bass line, flute playing another melody, mellotron in the background. It's dark, it's heavy, it's mysterious, and it definitely makes you think of those dark Norwegian forests that Tusmørke seem to be creeping up from. And the album ends with another song in English, 7.5 minute song called Wicked Ways of Witches and Wizards, no, what is it? Wicked Ways of Witches, I don't know what it is. Wicked Ways of Witches and Wizards. Yeah, I wrote it down wrong, but that is the name of the track. Yeah, it is in English. And here you actually start out with a little bit of guitar, you know, scratching along the strings. It's a mid-tempo groove in A major. The riff is really cool. It kind of just glides and floats until you get to another riff, which is a G sharp D riff, and you get some really cool vocals in here. The lyrics are great. Witchcraft is a fertility cult gone wrong, meddling with a power much too strong. And then you get like almost like a heavy metal guitar riff here with, you know, sprinkling keys over the top of it. And then We're singing again, ragdoll, dragdoll, make your master wealthy. Hope that good protects us all and keep the livestock healthy. That's fun, man. There's like some weird chanting going on, like they're, all hovering over a cauldron, trying to summon some demons or something. Yeah, I love the fact that they're using guitar all throughout this track, even as a lead instrument at times. What's going on with Tusmørke, man? And then you hear him say, such are the ways. Such are the wicked ways of witches and wizards. Yeah, you get the feeling that these guys aren't being dead serious about summoning the Dark Lord of the underworld. They're just having a good time, having fun, and I love it. And if you look at the Tusmørke logo, you get the idea that these guys had listened to a whole lot of that black metal that was coming out from, they are from Norway, man. So what is my score going to be on this bad boy? You guys know how much I love Tusmørke. I have all their albums. Yeah, I will be getting this new one. I just don't have the vinyl yet. Not quite available for the U.S. market. The CDs have hit, but the vinyl hasn't hit American shores yet. So I will be getting that shortly. But anyway, my score here. Man, this is a tough one. Do I go with a 4 headphone? I'm going with 4.5 headphones on this. I love Tusmørke. I always have. I love all their albums. I think they're amazing. The Momrak brothers are just incredible. What a cool band. What a great little record. I just enjoyed a whole bunch, and I hope you guys give it a chance. See what you think. Anyway, I am Scott. I will see you guys soon. Peace in the Middle East. Free Tibet. And you know what's coming next, don't you? God save the king! Save that king! Save him! Save that king right now! Anyway, boys and girls, I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.